What is going on, my falafel family? I would like to apologize for the tardiness of this video. Normally I am getting them done on Wednesdays. This week I've been so busy that I have not been able to get mine out till today, which is Thursday. It'll be available shortly before the game kicks off. We all know that I haven't actually been busy. I've actually just not been doing anything and drinking heavily since I found out that Andrew Luck was not going to be my quarterback for quite a few weeks and possibly the rest of the season. So excuse me while I might be taking a few drinks during this video as well. I'm having trouble coping. So week 9, all done and over with. Week 10, we are rolling right along here. We have 4 weeks until the playoffs start. Playoff seeds are becoming premium. There's a little bit of a gap at the top of the standings with Sal and Tram 8-1. They've got a 2-game lead on the second place people at 6-3, which there's a bit of a log jam there as well. And this week there is a lot of room to shake that stuff up because there are not a lot of close matchups in terms of record. So before we get into that, we will be getting into last week's awards. The High as a Kite award goes to me. Luckily enough, the one game that I got to start Andrew Luck in, he actually performed, but my High as a Kite is thankful to D. Willie, who scored 37.5 points for me. Everyone that tried to trade for him, I understand why, but you're going to have to do better than that if you want to get a hold of that guy. He's doing pretty good. Sloppiest girl in the bar. This might go down as one of the sloppiest girls of the season, with L Train coming in with a mighty 34 points this week. Now, all of his players that have survived the injury bug were on bye, so he did have a lot going on, but 34 points, 4.5 points total from a combined 5 players. D'Angelo Brown with 37.5 D'Angelo Williams, and Antonio Brown with also scored 37 points. Both would have single-handedly beat L Train's team this week. Pretty amazing. Who Let You In award goes to Tram, who defeated L Train by an astounding 77.4 points. Tram actually would have beat Knox, Josh, and L Train had they combined forces and tried to take him on, the two of them against one. And that is pretty crazy. Excuse me. Okay. Baddest bench goes to Tag. Tag scored 83.3 points on his bench today. Most of that damage coming from 3 people. He had 3 players that scored over 20 points, including Danny Woodhead, Delaney Walker, and Blake Bortles. Say it every week. Tag's got one of the most well put together teams, and scoring in whoever he starts and whoever he doesn't start. They're all scoring points. Not even supposed to be here today. It goes to Skiznot. Not supposed to be here because he's only won 1 game all year. So whenever he wins another one, it is something to write home about. He defeated Eagles Nation 4-4 at the time, and he only had 1 player on his team this week score less than 8 points. That is pretty well rounded and pretty consistent. You gotta like seeing that going forward. The Tighter Than Crab's Vagina goes to the matchup between B2Poo and Wally Central. That game ended with a 1.9 point differential. Definitely the closest match we've had in quite a while. And that was even with B2Poo scoring -5 points from Eddie Lacy and the defense that he started combined. So pretty tough luck for Wally Central this week going up against B2Poo. Milk was a bad choice, goes to nobody this week. There weren't any differences that could have been made by anybody that could have helped them win their game, not even Wally Central. He started all the right guys, he started everyone he could have. Just wasn't in the cards, it didn't happen. Fucking Chuck Norris award goes to Eagles Nation. 121.9 points. Lost to Skiznot, of course, who scored 129. Only would have lost to 3 other people this week, but unfortunately he was playing one of those 3 people, and that's just the way the schedule works out. Speaking of schedule, who writes the stupid schedule? Because as the playoff time gets closer, everyone's matchup should be getting more difficult, and it seems like everyone near the top is just getting all the easy matchups, or easier matchups. Game of the week this week is going to be Zapped 6-3 versus me 5-4. Then we have Eagles Nation 4-5 going up against L Train 5-4, so some middle of the ground work going on. Sal 8-1 going versus Jabu 4-5. Tram 8-1 going against Gigi, who is 3-6. Tag, who is 6-3, going up against 2-7 Skiznot. 6-3 Wally Central going up against 2-7 Brooksy. 6-3 Beatapoo going up against 2-7 P Dolo. And then the new battle for the caboose is going for 3-6 Knox Josh going up against 2-7 Chief Hale. So again, apologies for being late on this video. I will get it back into the normal rotation on Wednesdays next week. Everybody keep trying. There's still, no one's been eliminated yet. Only not a lot of time left, but no one has technically been eliminated from the playoffs. So everyone keep going. You never know what might happen. And be sure to set your lineups, all that fun stuff. We have less than 2 weeks, or about 2 weeks from today until the trade deadline. So be sure to make your moves before that happens. And I will speak to you next week. Bye.